Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long.
Bill Maher just did the unthinkable. He defended Trump and no one knew what to say. Why? Because deep down, he said what millions of Americans are thinking. Here's the moment that changed the whole room.
You can't ignore the fact that this man is a threat.
Oh, make no mistake, I take him as serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
Let's interject one thing into this discussion about Trump that we've been having all night. It was a question I was going to ask you. We ran out of time.
Sure.
The Atlantic put out an article last year, and it was called "Separating Sports by Sex Doesn't Make Sense."
Right.
And talked about how we separate sports like the WNBA just because it's just socialization. This is insane.
I agree.
Okay. That's why people vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. Because there's stuff like that on the left that people just go, I know Trump's horrible, but separating by sports by sex makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. And if you think it doesn't, you can't leave the country.
But that's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long. Why do they vote for Donald Trump? It's not always because they like him. No, it's because stuff like that is kookier.
You know what most Americans don't realize? The whole world is watching you. And whether you like it or not, they are following your lead. So when everyone keeps screaming that Trump is destroying your country, that he's a fascist, a madman, a threat to the democracy, and then, in the very same breath, those same critics says it's totally fine for a biological man to fight women in the ring and knock them out cold. Let's be real. That kind of moral logic doesn't exactly scream credibility. And here's the twist. The more the media and the elites pile on Trump, the more unfair it starts to feel to regular people. And fairness, that's something Americans feel in their bones. You guys have a deep sense of justice, louder and clearer than any country I've ever seen. And all this relentless Trump bashing, yeah, it backfired. It made people rally to him. By the way, in Germany, our media paints Trump as a narcissistic maniac too. But the seconds our politicians stand in front of him, they turn into little lapdogs, grinning for the camera and begging for deals. But hey, let's move on, because the next part, it gets intense.
To say America is anti-Semitic is a lie. To say it is racist is a lie.
Okay,
These are giant left-wing lies.
We're talking about degrees.
To say that men can menstruate is a lie. And that is what is said. Yes.
Wait, where did that
You never heard it, right? Okay. Check it out, folks. Check it out. Anyone who says a man cannot menstruate is considered transphobic.
I missed this whole story.
You did?
I did.
I agree.
Now tell me where you're getting this.
Just Google it. Can men menstruate?
Who is saying this? You're talking about a very small percentage.
Oh, really? Then how do you allow men, biological men, to run against women in the races in Connecticut? Moving on to the next. Dennis, I remember you in the old show. You were a little more reasonable. What did I say that wasn't unreasonable?
You said that we think that men menstruate and no one does. We never even. Have you heard about it?
I'm a doctor. I missed that one, I confess.
And this is one of the premier reporters. I mean, he knows everything. These people are very. He's a doctor.
Okay.
He's one of the great.
I would make a friendly bet that the LGBTQ normative statement is men can menstruate.
Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but when America says men can be women, vice versa, the rest of the Western world listens. We don't even debate it anymore. We adopt it automatically. In Germany, where I'm from, if a man identifies as a woman, he now has the legal rights to change in female locker rooms, even with a full beard and muscle like a linebacker. If a gym owner refuses, they pay thousands in fines. Call a bearded man sir when he identifies as a man. That's 10,000 euros, straight up. That's the law now. And trust me, it's not just gyms. It's shelters, schools, everywhere. Why? Because when Americans set a culture standard, the rest of us follow, even it defies common sense. So yeah, the way you talk about gender, freedom, fairness, it shapes how the whole Western world operates. Just something to keep in mind. Anyway, if you're tired of echo chambers and you want to hear what the rest of the world really thinks of American politics, hit subscribe. I will tell you what no one else will. Let you see. See you soon. Ciao.